And for the billing and revenue departments naman, so yung computation ng bill deposit and yung refund. So paano mag-compute ng bill deposit kung bago yung application and refund ng bill deposit kung na-comply ninyo yung mga 2 years na requirement and yung prompt payer si customer. Disputed billing handling. So dito sa mga bagong resolutions, mayroong mga customer inquiries and concerns. So si billing ang sasagot po niyan with regards to your concerns. And billing transparency. So should be reflected yung bill deposit amount ninyo sa inyong monthly bills. Yan. Sama rin yung explanation sa ating mga customers. The same time for operations naman sa engineering, kailangan din ma-streamline uli yung bagong connection approval kasi nga dahil nga napadali yung application with regards to requirements, the operations team should follow kung ano man yung recent updates para doon sa application ng power. So load assessment for new services, dati kasi kung requirement naka-electrical plan, ngayon okay na yung load listing or load schedule. So kasama rin to sa i-validate yung load assessment. Energization safety checks, dahil nga napabilis yung connection application, so mas maraming yung connection ngayon. So we need to double check with regards to safety on the connection, electricity connection of our customers. Kung kailangan na bang i-upgrade yung secondary lines, kailangan mag-upgrade ng transformer para doon sa mga bagong connections na papasok. Ganyan. And compliance with service timelines. With service timelines, the idea would be, meron po tayong tinatawag na SLA or service level agreements from customers connection. So we at Aboitiz Group, sa distribution utilities, ang SLA namin o service level agreement namin, from the time na magbayad si customer up to energization, we are required to energize our customers within 4 days. So yan po yung SLA namin. Within 4 days, dapat may energize si customer. Ang term po namin dyan is within 4 days. Hindi po siya mag-energize sa pang-4 na araw. So kung nakapagbayad si customer ngayon, kung okay naman yung connection niya, pwede siya makabitan sa hapon or within 24 hours. So madali lang po ngayon ang process ng applications. It depends only on the DU or the EC on how to implement yung resolution ni ERC. Then for us, we need to comply with the regulatory. So policy revisions para doon sa ating mga contracts, standard operating o procedure alignments, kung ano man yung requirement ni Magna Carta, training and internal controls for our operations team and kung sino man yung mga departments affected by this resolution, evidence of implementation, so pwede kung gamitin to as reference for the implementation. Yeah. So that is the impact to us sa DUs and ECs with regards to the ERC's resolution. So management takeaway. Management takeaway, siguro mag-share ako ng feedback ni management namin with regards to resolution ni ERC. Question ni Sir George, how about the use of proper grounding? Mandatory po ba ang paggamit ng CO with 3-prong for safety? Yan. Good question, Sir George. Mag-deviate ulit tayo dito sa tanong ni Sir George. Sir George, ang requirement niyan is hindi po CRC. Ang requirement po niyan is under PC, Philippine Electrical Code. Dati kasi, yung mga lumang connection sa bahay, dalawa lang po yung linya for single phase. Yung line to line lang talaga. But yung recent PEC, yung 2017, yung kulay orange na PEC, specifically states that kailangan meron po tayong connection, grounding connection sa ating convenience outlets or housing units. So yan po yung tinitignan ng ating mga electrical engineering planners, gumagawa ng plano, at the same time si PE natin, yan po yung requirement bago nila pirmahan yung electrical plans. So yes, tama po Sir George. Requirement po ngayon ang proper grounding with line to ground connection sa ating convenience outlets for residential units as required po ni PEC. So I hope Sir George that answers your question. No? So thank you again for sharing. Pwede po ma-FIS approve ang application if wala. Depende po yan, Sir George, sa inspector ninyo. Sa amin, sa distribution utilities or electric co-ops, ang responsibility namin or ang asset boundary namin is hanggang metering lang po. So for us, we are required to check if merong naka-installed na grounding connection si housing unit doon sa metering. So kapag merong grounding connection sa metering, pasado na po yun sa standards namin. Pero kung wala po, i-require po yan. Not sure kung being implemented sa other utility companies or co-ops, but should be implemented kasi yan po ang requirement ni PEC. Sige. So thank you Sir George for your inquiries. So let's get back for the management takeaway. So for the management takeaway, for us, the Magna Carta reinforces the electric service is not only technical, but is a regulated consumer service obligations. So obligasyon po namin, utility companies and ECs to serve ang ating consumers. So the resolution requires us to have simpler customer onboarding, yung application process, stronger billing transparency, fairer bill deposit handling, so should be fair for all customers, improve dispute resolution, meaning we should cater kung ano man yung mga issues and concerns ng ating mga customers, readiness for digital practices due to the need na dahil nga nag-automate na tayo and majority talaga ngayon is digitalized na. And tighter internal coordination between the departments affected by this resolution. Customer service, metering, billing, engineering, and compliances. So for our final notes, the amended Magna Carta is a customer protection reform that directly impacts our front-end service applications, metering, billing, and complaint handling processes. While the legal framework remains rooted in the original ERC Magna Carta and prior amendments, the latest reform appears to focus on simplifying customer access to the service, improving bill deposit fairness, and aligning with modern metering and digital service practices. So the immediate action for us distribution utilities or electric cooperatives is to conduct a gap assessment to check if our processes are aligned with the existing resolution. If not aligned, we will align as required for compliance purposes. We will align that one with the affected departments for a consolidated approach and to comply with the resolution for the benefit of our customers. So at the end of the day, we at the utilities serve our customers. Resolutions ni ERC is for our customers. So we need to comply para po for the benefit ng ating customers and for the improvements ng services ni DUs or ni ECs. So for our references for this discussion, it is based on the EPIRA law, RA 9136, Magna Carta for Residential Consumers, Resolution 28 Series of 2010 for the initial amendments to the Magna Carta for Residential Electricity Consumers, then the recent Resolution 2026 of Magna Carta, and lastly, yung bago ngayon is yung RA 1152, which is the Expanded Lifeline Rate Law. So, yan po yung mga reference natin for this discussion. Yeah, so that's the final slide. So open forum po tayo if you have any questions. Meron ba tayo dito sa in-call messages? So, wala naman. Sige. So hearing none. So thank you for all for attending this Nexus series, and thank you for listening. Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Okay. Thank you po, Engineer Alfred, for the very engaging discussion po regarding dito sa Magna Carta for Residential Electricity Consumers. So, nakita naman po natin very interactive po yung discussion kasi hindi lang naman, kumbaga itong topic na to is very relevant sa atin, not only as electrical professionals but also, more importantly, bilang consumers din ng electricity. So, yun po, Sir Alfred, once again, maraming salamat po for sharing po yung mga updates natin. And maganda nga rin po na aware din tayo dito sa mga updates ng Magna Carta kasi ano rin ito bahagi din to ng rights natin bilang consumers. Okay? So, sige po, any last call po for any questions po kay Engineer Alfred before we move to the awarding of the certificate? Counting once, counting twice. Wala na po. So, okay, so I think I can award na po yung certificate of recognition. Allow me to read the citation po. Excuse me. Institute of Integrated Electrical Engineers of the Philippines Incorporated Certificate of Recognition is proudly presented to Engineer Alfred D. Cerezo in grateful recognition of his invaluable service and contribution as webinar speaker during the NBC Nexus series entitled Amendments to the Magna Carta for Residential Electricity Customers, hosted by IAEE Northern Batangas Chapter. His insightful presentation and professional expertise have provided their community with significant inspiration and a deeper understanding of the evolving landscape of engineering and technology. Given his dedication to excellence, he has truly served as a catalyst for innovation among our participants. Given this 21st day of March 2026 in Lipa City, Batangas via Google Meet, signed by Engineer Carlo Ferdinand Layog and Engineer Ivy Zumbol, NBC VP Technical and NBC Chapter President respectively. So once again, Engineer Alfred, maraming salamat po for your time, for sharing your time and your expertise to our members. Okay. So before we wrap up po, ating session for this morning, may I call on po our chapter president, Engineer Ivy Marie Magsumbol, to give her closing remarks po.
Thank you, Sir Mon. So this month, we set to explore the theme of our IINBC chapter. Would like to thank all our participants from local and foreign chapters and our attendees from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. So we are very grateful to have you here. Thank you for showing up with curiosity and passion. So whether you joined one session or all of them, your presence is what drives this community forward. To our speakers, Engineer Seraso and Engineer Cuevas, thank you for sharing your expertise, your time, and your vision for the future. And to the organizers, thank you for the seamless execution that makes this global connection possible. So while the March series officially coming to a close, the momentum doesn't have to. So we have encouraged you to take the insights gained here and apply them within your organization and projects, and to your schools also for our students. So remember, the April series is just around the corner, and we can't wait to see you again and how you build upon the foundation laid this month. So keep the conversation going in our community forums and stay tuned for the session recordings. So also, I want to thank all the sponsors, Hypertech, Hatsay, and American Wire. So thank you for sponsoring this event. So, and to all po, magandang tanghali, magandang umaga, at salamat po ulit.
Thank you very much po, Press Ivy, for your inspiring message to our members. So before we end po, may I request everyone to please turn on their cameras po. We'll have a photo op lang po para proof po na tayo yung seminar for this morning. Okay, so yeah. Let's turn on our cameras po. Okay. Sige. So yun na lang po. Okay. Sige po. 1, 2, 3. Okay. One more po. Pasuyo. Ano po ulit? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. So I think okay na po. So once again, to our members, maraming salamat po for attending this seminar. So reminder lang po, please don't forget to answer po yung mga evaluation forms natin. Nakapost na po sa chat box for both topic 1 and topic 2 para po ma-issue po namin yung e-certificates ninyo. So yun po. Also, alternatively, you may scan kung kung hindi mo pa makita yung link, alternatively, you may scan this QR code po. Nandito. I'll flash po yung screen. Our QR code is here po for both topic 1 and topic 2. Ayan. So, yan po. Iwan ko muna po dito yung screen. So, once again, thank you very much po and have a great rest of the day po to everyone. Thank you very much po and good morning.
Engineer Ramon, thank you very much for hosting this event. So thank you.
You're welcome po. Thank you din po, Press Ivy.
To Engineer Seraso, thank you din po, and Sir Fritz. And dun po sa mga participants natin from different chapters, maraming salamat.